It's one of the globe's most famous football venues, but this crowd of 60,000 plus is gathered to watch a different type of football. Welcome to Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in London. Greg Zerline out for the opening kick. And we're underway from Tottenham Hotspur. Kickoff taken at the 3. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And he showed some burst on that return, getting them all the way to their own 40. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Starting the drive with a give to Jones. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. From the 42. Has the connection to Hawkinson. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Give him 32 on the play. And it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down. Out of the gun, a give to Jones. We'll have him gain about a handful there. That was Jermaine Johnson there to make the play. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. Staying on the ground with Jones. He breaks a tackle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. An even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal. He keeps it himself. And he gets in. Touchdown! The Vikings take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. J.J. McCarthy, the touchdown on a quarterback sneak to the end zone. Reichard there to tack on the extra point. And the Vikings will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Reichard set to kick this away. Xavier Gibson now to return. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, son.
Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Stopped by the unmistakable Max Crosby. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Here we go. Good.
Off play action. It's Fields. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Here we go.
Now it's Fields. He has the 1st over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Markers reset, ball at the 37.
Here we go, son.
On 1st and 10, it's Henry. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Stopped by the unmistakable Max Crosby. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Go, son. Ready?
Another run for Henry. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of 2 follows up a gain of 1, and now they're left with 3rd and 7.
Here we go. Right.
Shotgun snap to Fields. And that's incomplete. He's going to wish he hung on to that pick there, but it's still going to bring up 4th down. Greg Zuerlein going to try to knock this through for the Jets. From the right hash, 52 yards out. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Well, he eats a hit to bring an end to that return right near the 25. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Straight ahead they go with Jones. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
Coming off that carry, I'd go right back to him. Not a hotter hand on the field right now. Get that man the rock.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Offense up to the line fast. Another try following the sack. Throwing this back in the end zone. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down. The Vikings getting their punt team out. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. This lands deep into the end zone. We're picking things up at the 20 after the touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Here we go, son. Tonight.
The drive begins with Henry. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
Here we go. No mud, no mud. Tonight.
Play action, Fields. Flushed out of the pocket. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And he'll be out of bounds right along the 40. It's a pickup of 11. And it'll give the Jets a 1st down.
Here we go, son.
Trying down the middle with Henry. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
From the 44 here on 2nd down. He's got Andrews. And they make the tackle at the 38. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
Here we go. Go.
They give to Henry on the inside handoff. And he gets him around 6 there. Harrison Smith in on the stop. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the 1st quarter. 7-3 is our score. We'll get back to the action in just a moment. Time for the 2nd quarter of play. It's Jets football. They're advancing it well as they face 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, Fields escapes the pocket. Complete Derrick Henry. And they haul him down just a foot or 2 shy of the red zone. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Fields out of the gun. He's on the move. He can run it. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out.
Well, you don't get the 1st down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to be just inside the 10 before he goes out. It's a 6-yard gain. That sets up 1st and goal. Back now, pressure on its way. He just got rid of it, Brock, but he was still in that tackle box. This is going to draw the flag. Well, I've always wanted to ask this, and this feels like the perfect moment, Brock. Is there ever a time where a quarterback feels intentional grounding is actually worth it?
No. I don't think so. Not for your team, not for your play caller, not for your coach, not for the game situation. An outlet, somewhere to throw that ball away safely.
That one intended for Mark Andrews. So they'll be left with 3rd and goal. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Oh, not like this. An interception ends that drive. Byron Murphy picks it. And the Vikings take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. Well, it looked like they were running out of options to slow down or stop what was turning into a very nice drive. But then, in the 11th hour, partner to the defense comes through with an interception.
Sure did. It feels like it was part effort and part desperation. He knew it was just about the only way they were getting off the field without surrendering points, and he made it happen.
And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later. And
once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with 3rd down and 6 to go.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
McCarthy throwing on 3rd down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. Minnesota lined up in punt formation. Absolutely crushed his first punt, and here's another huge one. Begins his return at the 16. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Got every single bit of that one, didn't he? Over 70 yards on the punt. And it'll be Jets football. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Here we go, son.
Throwing from the gun. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And he's going to go. It's a pick 6. But we all know getting the interception is the important thing, Brock. But how about this guy having the wherewithal to transition into a really nice return to then get the touchdown out of it, too?
Yeah, that's a great point. We talk about it with receivers, right, getting vertical right away after making a catch. Same thing for these defenders when they make a pick. They secure the football, sure, but instantly they go back to their offensive days. They want that touchdown, and they want a moment they won't forget.
So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Up, let's go. Here we go.
Fields coming back after the pick. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Garrett Wilson, the intended receiver. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
This one intended for the running back. And that brings up 4th and long. Here comes the punting unit for the Jets. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. Fields this at the 19. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. 65 yards on the punt there. And it's going to be Vikings football. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. A give left side to Jones. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Completed to Flowers. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. They'll throw on 3rd and long. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. He does it. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings make it a 3-possession game. Jordan Addison, the touchdown. Reichert on for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Vikings push their lead to 18. Here's Reichard set to kick this away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Henry gets it here to start the drive. And he found some running room for a nice gain. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Here we go. Right.
They're going play action. Finds a man right side. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down.
Easy, easy, easy. Here we go. Right.
They go play action here. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Here we go. Good.
It's Henry on the carry. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the 1st. That gets him 7, sets up 4th down and 3.
Here we go. Go.
They do snap it. Here's Fields. On the move, headed right. And on 4th down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. So good field position to start with for the Vikings this drive. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, McCarthy taking a big shot for the end zone. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Zay Flowers, the touchdown. One play after their defense makes a stand, Brock. This offense says thank you very much and hits the end zone for 6.
That's really what you like to see, Kate. Both sides of the ball capable of making big plays and stacking that momentum with each other. And you really like to see the offense was prepared to get out there. A call dialed in and ready to go, ready to strike when the opportunity presented itself.
So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Here we go, son.
A pistol snap. Fields. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Byron Murphy picks it.
You know, Kate, once you've thrown a couple picks, it's easy to become check down Charlie. Right, just throw it underneath and not take any more risk because you don't want to throw what he just did, his 3rd interception of the game. It's time to protect the football at all costs. And if not, well, that backup better get ready.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
Come on, set.
McCarthy throwing here. He put everything he had into this one. He's got it inside the 25. It's a Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Zay Flowers, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side defensively they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
Here's Reichard set to kick this away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Don't jump.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Looking for the back that time. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
Here we go.
Fields to throw it. Has him on the quick hitter. And he didn't get much time to secure it as he takes a shot. Good job to even hang on through that catch there. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. Third and just 2 to go.
Here we go, son.
Shotgun snap to Fields. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down. Thomas Morstead on the punt. He broke 50 on his first punt and looks to have done the same here. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Eward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. 2 quarters to go from London Town, and here we go in our second half. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And that hit is going to freeze him at this spot. He got stuck right at the 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set.
Going with King Henry here. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Here we go, son.
Off play action, it's Fields. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Here we go. Set.
Henry's going to try to pick it up. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense, it just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, it sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. 1st and 10 from the 41.
Here we go. It's Nick. Yep. Right.
Back to throw. Here's Fields. Falls to the ground out left. Incomplete.
I'm just going to say maybe not the guy you want to pick on in coverage on this particular series. Gets a hand on that throw and knocks it away. The next time, well, he could get 2 hands on it and take it the other way.
Right.
Play action, Fields. He gets a lot behind one. Deep downfield. This is brought in at the 15. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset. Into the red zone after that big pickup. It's 1st and 10 from the 15. Another throw for Fields. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Go.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Fields. And he makes the play at full extension. That's a touchdown. The Jets cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. This one is up and good. And the Jets will trail by 25. Zerline has it all teed up and ready to send it away. Powell now to return. Good looking return here, and he's got room. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Ready.
Now Now a give up the middle to Jones. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. David Ojabo making that tackle. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Jones once more. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
1st and 10, here's McCarthy. Flush down out to his left. He's got him, that's Addison. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket. It really does become, well, the schoolyard. And you got to scramble around. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Pickup of 3 on the carry. That's going to bring up 4th and 2. McCarthy to throw for it. That's incomplete on 4th down, and they'll turn over possession.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
He throws a bullet deep to the right. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to take this across. Touchdown, New York. The Jets shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. Zerline on now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jets make it an 18-point game. Zerline has it all teed up and ready to send it away. Powell now to return. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. McCarthy. That's into the hands of Moore. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Offense in the hurry up here. They'll run the draw with Jones. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the 1st. From the gun, Jones gets it. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Connects with his back, Aaron Jones. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. McCarthy throwing on 3rd down. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing 4th down. They'll send out the punting unit. Ryan Wright's the one to send it away. And he doesn't put much height or distance on this one. Tried getting creative, but the coverage team read it all the way. This return loses yards. New series coming up following the punt. And it's going to be their football coming up. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Here we go, sir.
Now a run with Henry. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Don't jump. Ready?
First down throw for Fields. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Vikings have it after forcing his 4th INT of the day.
I know he started the play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he baited obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. Wouldn't make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion, and I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
Second and goal coming up, 5 yards to the end zone. Another try for Jones. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Third and goal for McCarthy. Intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Jamin Davis.
Not a lot of one-play swings bigger than that one right there. That throw looked destined for 6, and instead, it gets intercepted by the defense. The only way to get bigger is if he somehow returned it 100-plus yards for 6 the other way. But what a gigantic swing of emotion.
Here we go. All right.
On 1st and 10, it's Fields. They get it right back. That's intercepted. And the Vikings get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Well, they had the advantage for a moment, Brock, but turns out that is all just that moment because they throw an interception to give the ball right back.
And for once, both coaches on both sidelines are preaching the same message. Take care of the ball. Not often you see back-to-back plays end in interceptions, and we're right back to where we were just a couple moments ago.
Counterplay, Jones. Hit behind the line, and the ball is loose. And this is scooped up by the Jets. Space on the right, he's got room. And New York takes it back for a touchdown. The Jets get it back to within 2 possessions. So the defense scores, and now their offense coming out for 2 more.
Here we go, son. Go.
They'll motion a tight end left.
Good night.
Throwing now following the turnover. And this is going to be caught, getting aggressive as they trail in this game, and that takes them 2 points closer. Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. This return starts at the 5. Big lick from the coverage team there. That's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Starting the drive with a give to Jones. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
And this one does not go far. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. From the 42. Getting out to his left. Oh, he's calling his own number again. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end, only to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure.
Oh, no, the ball is loose. And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
Here we go.
Fields on first down. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Vikings have it as he records his 7th interception of the season.
You know, my dad was my old high school coach. He's a play caller. He's an offensive guy. And after days like this, and I remember one in particular, he'd say, son, some days peanuts, some days shells. This has been nothing but a bunch of shells for this quarterback today.
Here's 2nd and 11. Throwing deep for the end zone. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, if nothing else, that proves they're not afraid to take a shot on any given snap. And with enough looks, eventually, one's going to connect.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. From the shotgun, McCarthy. That sails over his target, incomplete, and now it's 4th down.
Hey, Kate, you feeling lucky? Well, the quarterback is, because he just dodged a major turnover. That was an easy pick that was simply dropped.
So the Vikings will try a field goal on 4th down. Will Reichert headed out. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that pushes the lead up to 13.
Those 3 points could go a long way to securing this W. Makes it a lot more comfortable knowing the other side's got to score a couple touchdowns now. A touchdown and field goal's not going to get it done anymore.
So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback.
Here we go, slide. Right.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. And they pick him off again. And he makes the Husko. It's a touchdown on the pick six. Defense getting in on the Farm Bronc with that 4th quarter lead as they provide a nice little boost there with the pick six.
Yeah, you could feel some of the desperation of this offense. And when you get into that mode, it is danger time. Defenses love to take advantage of it. I always say to you, Kate, play fast but never in a hurry. You can't be rushed offensively because you can often be rushed into mistakes like that.
Offense trying to add to the defensive effort and turn 6 points into 8. He's throwing for it. And that one's caught. Add a couple more on to this massive, some might say insurmountable lead here in the 4th. Well, all things going their way through the air at the moment, partner. They pick off a throw for 6, and then they complete a pass of their own to add on 2 more.
Can I be honest with you here, Kate?
Please, please.
And maybe I'm a bad person for saying this, but every once in a while, I root for chaos.
Woo, I love it.
I mean, I wouldn't have minded a little chaos. I wouldn't have minded seeing that one go back through the air the other way and put 2 on the board, but it wasn't to be. That's excellent execution to get the touchdown on the pick 6 and put 2 more on the board.
Angel. Chip clear. Right.
Fields coming back after the pick. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
He's got Andrews. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
Here we go.
Fields out of the gun. And the 1st down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete. Trying to force one through there. So it'll be 2nd down.
Go. West right there. Go.
Out of the shotgun, Fields. Finds a seam down the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down. A pistol snap. Fields. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. Harrison Smith with the INT. And the Vikings get the football as he makes his third interception of this season.
That throw has got to be the last we've seen of him this contest. I'm just not sure how they leave him in when the defense is clearly all over whatever he's trying to throw. The amount of frustration he is feeling is only going to lead to additional miscues. Please, for the love of God, take this man out.
And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2. Working quickly here. They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. Headed out right. On the run right, throwing deep down the side. Big gain downfield. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Excellent pickup to move the chains. 36 yards at the end.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. Has him on the quick hitter. Broke through the tackle. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Gotta figure out this third down here. Staying on the ground with Jones. And he's brought down for a loss. Trying to set this up quick. Here's Jones. And they bring him down around the 34. So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on downs.
Here we go, son. Hey, never mind. Monday. Yeah.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. And they pick him off again. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the Vikings have it as he records his 7th interception of the season.
I think it's safe to say his day is beyond repair now, if it wasn't long ago. He just hasn't been reading these coverages at all, and it's clearly not on the same page with his receivers. I think it really is now time to think about his confidence for future games and get him out of this ball game.
They take a knee, and that's going to force that defense to burn a timeout if they want to save any clock here.
Okay, time for the defense to think about getting that ball back, and this is where you've got to conserve every second. Got to expect a timeout coming any moment now.
They take a knee, and that's going to force that defense to burn a timeout if they want to save any clock here.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
Setting up for the kneel down on third. They take a knee, and that's going to force that defense to burn a timeout if they want to save any clock here.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
So it's a win for the Vikings. And their trip across the pond, a fruitful one, Brock, as they claim the victory over here in London. That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott. The Vikings emerge as winners as we say cheerio from London.